Miss Kara here from Discovery Center. How's everybody doing? We are going to do some super fun ice sculptures today. Does anybody remember that movie? What was that movie? It was about a lot of ice and princesses. I think you know what I'm talking about. Well, we're going to make our very own beautiful frozen castles today. So, how can you learn science from a block of ice? Well, there's a ton of science you can learn from a block of ice. We are going to learn so much science, you're going to be amazed. And you can do this at home. That's what's super cool about it too. Just freeze something in an interesting shape, and there you go. If you have these ingredients, it's going to be easy as pie. Salt, food color, and ice. That's it. That's all you need to make a beautiful salt ice sculpture. Now, I have a bunch of different kinds of salt here because we're very sciencey around here and we like to see what happens when we use different kinds of things. But you can just use regular old table salt and that'll work just fine as well. I've got table salt, canning and pickling salt, ice cream salt, and kosher salt. And what happens, each one of them is getting more coarse as I go along. You can see I've already been playing with this a little bit today, until we finally get to our kosher salt that looks like crystals. I have some watercolor paints here, liquid watercolor, but you can just use food coloring or you can just water down paint too. That'll work also. I have fancy science pipettes, which we love and we use all the time around here. You can buy these on Amazon if you like to do a lot of fun stuff at home with science, but you don't have to use them. You can just use spoons or whatever you have available. So the first thing we're going to do is learn about why this makes such a beautiful sculpture. Did you know that salt is so amazing? It can melt ice at 2 degrees Fahrenheit. Did you know that, Miss Kate?
I did not.
2 degrees. Now think about that. When you put an ice cube outside on the ground, even when it's summertime, it takes a little while for it to melt, doesn't it? And that's like 90 degrees in the Florida summer. Salt can melt ice at 2 degrees. So that's a really cool thing that we're going to learn about. We're also going to learn about something called erosion. Erosion happens when land is worn away by wind or water or ice, and you can see the little crevices form, and we're going to learn all about that. We can also learn about color mixing because there's how many primary colors, Miss Kate?
4?
Well, there are 3 primary colors: red, yellow, and blue. We're also going to learn about art because sculptures are either additive or subtractive. They can be added to or you can take away. Now, if you're going to add to a sculpture, that's like something you're going to build. Like if you're making a big old Lego sculpture, that's an additive sculpture, right? But if you're going to like chip away at marble to make a sculpture, that's subtractive. You're taking away from it. So what kind do you think we're doing today, Miss Kate?
Additive.
Well, that is such an excellent guess because we are doing additive and we're also doing subtractive. We're doing both of them because we are adding things to our sculpture, but what are we losing when that salt melts our ice? Water! The other super cool thing about art is we're learning about a certain kind of art. It's called ephemeral art. That's a really fancy word, but it just means that it's art that is not meant to last forever. You're just supposed to enjoy it while it's there. Kind of like if somebody builds a really super neat sandcastle or a snowman. It doesn't last forever, but we really enjoy it while it's there, right? All right, so we're gonna start off. First thing we're gonna do is put some of our salt on our ice. And after I've done this, I'm gonna walk away so Miss Amy can come up and really get. Do you hear it? It's starting to melt. I'm going to put some of the thicker salt right here. You can even try doing this with just a bunch of ice cubes. Just arrange them however you like. All right, now once I've done that, I'm going to pick a color. What's your favorite color, Miss Amy?
Purple.
All right, purple is awesome. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna get a pipette that works. And I'm gonna use some purple. And here we go. Watch out, Amy. Art is messy and beautiful. Look, you can already see how it's starting to go down into the little crevices that the salt is creating by eroding. Oh, I love it, love it, love it. Okay, let's try some of this color. Oh, it's so beautiful. Now, I'm gonna put some of this really heavy salt on, this really coarse salt over here. Now, don't worry. You might think, oh, that salt's going to waste. Nope, it's not. You're gonna see what I'm gonna do with it. Let's see, what color should we do here? Ooh, I love this blue color. So let's see. Oh my goodness. I love it, I love it, I love it. What's over here? It looks just like a crystal, doesn't it? Now you can do it as much as you want, put as much or as little as you want. What color? Oh, this is a darker blue. I'm gonna put this over here. Can you see on the side here? Now here's a really good example of erosion right in here. See how my ice has come down into here and it's melted a big old chunk away. So we create such beautiful sculptures. They don't last forever, but that's okay. They're beautiful while they do last, right? Now, I want to show you something else. Remember when I said that the salt didn't have to go to waste? Give it a little bit of time. And you can just pick it right off. Isn't that amazing? Now, keep this salt, put it in a container with like a paper towel or something that will absorb the moisture, and then you'll have super cool colored salt for other projects and other art projects. So there's so many things you can do with this, and it's so fun to just see what the salt will create when it's eroding away the pieces of your ice. And we learned so many things about science while we're doing it. Thank you again for coming today and visiting us to see us doing some fun stuff for you. And Mr. Kenton, if you're watching, hello, thank you for all the sweet messages you've been sending me, and I miss you, and I will see you again very, very soon. All right, thanks, bye-bye.